Welcome to jQuery video series, and this is part 133, and today we are going to look at how can we change the animation firing rate. So there's a specific property called as $fx.interval. Using this property you can change the animation firing rate. So as we know, there are two types of animation. One is a standard animation which is given to us by jQuery, like slide up, slide down, toggle, then show, hide, etc, etc. And apart from that, we have the second type, that's custom animation, which we did 2 videos back, in which what we did was we manipulated the height and width of a div element, right? And we lasted that animation for 5 seconds. So now both these animation, the standard and custom, operates at a standard firing rate. That's using this property. So that's default is 13 milliseconds, right? So now the question is, why do you want to manipulate this property? Now this property helps you to smoothen your animation. So default is 13. If you start going below 13, like 12, 11, 10 till 5, you will see your effects what you want to achieve. Sometimes we want to achieve something different kind of an effect. So again, this is all plus and minus. You can increase or decrease based on your need. Alright, so we're gonna jump into the demo. So there are 2 things we require here. First is sorry. So the first thing is the animation code, right? So this is the standard one. I'm gonna write the custom as well. And the second thing is the property which we need to set in milliseconds. So let's jump into the code and let's see what we can do. So this is the body. Alright, within the body what I have is a1 h2 tag, the heading. One is the button I have, which is going to animate something, and this is the break, right? And next is the div tag with the custom class on it. Now this custom class is here. So the height is 350, width is 350, and background color is gold. So if I look this into the browser, so this is how it looks like. This is the h2 tag, this is the button, and this is the div. Alright, so now what we are going to do over here is we gonna do some standard animation. So basically I'm gonna use the toggle effect. So if these are the standard things, like we write document.ready. Within that I'm registering my click event, which is my button is right here. So I'm registering my click event, and I'm saying when someone clicks my button, during that time I want to toggle this div's visibility for 5 seconds. Alright, so 5000 is 5000 milliseconds, so I'm putting it as 5. Alright, so now let's refresh this and let's animate. So you can see it's going, and if I click again, so it's gonna come back again. So over here the default firing rate, the animation firing rate is 13 milliseconds. So now if I want to change that, so I can use this property. Okay, so when I'm using this property, okay, one note here, either you use this property as jQuery.fx or $.fx, it's going to be the same. There's no change in here. So based on your comfort you can configure anything you want. So I believe you saw the animation, right? So this is something I'm putting it as 500. So when I'm gonna run this thing and I'm gonna animate, so you will see your animation, like how it's behaving. Okay, so this is something I have kept on purpose for you guys to see the difference, like how it reacts to it. So now let's try to smoothen this thing out. Let's put it 5, and now see. So when I run this thing, so you will love the effect. Alright, so this is quite smooth. This is something what most of them needs. Alright, so this is how you can tweak the property. So this is something we looked at, the standard one. The same I can apply over the custom ones. Okay, what happened? Control KU was supposed to work. Why? What happened? On comment please. Nope. Okay, let me do my changes. Okay, yep, and this was like what, 350. Yep, So basically I'm putting my code back where it was, and Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a custom animation. In custom animation, what I'm doing is, this is my same div tag which has a class custom, so I'm using that here. I'm calling the animate function. I'm saying at present my width and height are 350 and I want to scale it down to 150, and I want this thing to happen within 3 seconds, so that's the duration, right? And this is going to be 5. Okay, first let's see 5. Alright, so now it's gonna shrink down. Alright, so this is quite a smoothing effect we are looking at. And next I'm gonna make this thing as 500, and now you can understand, you can imagine like how the response would be. It will be like whoop 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 whoop. Okay, so in the end, at least you got the idea what I'm trying to show you. So using this property you can change the animation firing rate, and this is something can be helpful while developing your custom animation. Alright, and now up next we gonna start with the stop method. So I hope to see you there.